Well, that was an interesting day. Oh. I just got back from processing, butchering, cleaning, whatever you want to call it, my first animal ever. It just now happened. So I just now got back from Jeannie's house. Jeannie Cotton from Cottontail Rabbitry. Her place, I think we did 6 rabbits, 4 young ones, and then 2 little slightly older does. So how am I feeling right now? I'm feeling hungry and thirsty and dehydrated. So I've heard that a lot on times that people, long processing days like chickens, that it's kind of like a long hike or going up in the mountains, is you really need to take care of yourself a little bit. There's so much adrenaline doing that you kind of think that you're not thirsty and you're not hungry, and the next thing you know 5 hours go by and you're super hungry. That's the first thing that I am noticing right now. This is the first time that I've ever killed any animal. Ever. I've never killed anything. Actually, I'll say this. The only time that I've ever killed anything that's not a bug in my entire life was actually 2 days ago. You saw it with me putting out a trap and killing a rat. I didn't physically do it with my hands or with a gun or with a bow or an arrow or anything like that. I put a trap out and it killed an animal. So besides that, 2 days ago, which is good that I'm learning these skills that I've said I wanted to be able to learn this year, but this is the first time that I've ever killed anything. I've never hunted, never done anything. Maybe fish, I guess fish, maybe, but I really not. Can't remember a time that I've even caught a fish and I actually gutted it and cleaned it. So this was a really big day for me. I'm trying to make it not dramatic because it really wasn't that dramatic. It really wasn't. I didn't cry or honestly, like I really thought that it could be possible that I could really be kind of messed up for it, and I wasn't. It wasn't bad at all. So let me kind of give you the rundown of the day. So I woke up around 7, took care of Finley, ate some breakfast, took care of our rabbits, and then I headed out around 8 o'clock to be able to get out there. We started right away. So I got the camera ready, and Jeannie showed me the full process with one. So she went ahead, and they do 2 things there. They do cervical dislocation with it's called the broomstick method, or you do it with rebar, a stick of rebar. I actually definitely think that the rebar is much better than a broomstick, because you can feel what it's different. That a bendy broomstick that just wouldn't be as good. Rebar. They also have it to where they use a little BB gun, like a CO2 cartridge air BB gun pistol. So she did the first one with the gun, and then she cleaned everything, and it really wasn't that bad for me to understand that the BB gun bled. That was something that I guess I wasn't as expecting that. So then the next time it was my turn, and and she brought out the bunny. So, and I even wanted the experience of grabbing, of being able to get the bunny out of the cage and doing the whole thing. So I think my first one, she got the rabbit out of the cage, and I was like, let's try the gun, because that just seems super easy. So she said you get it right in the back of the neck and you point it at the nose, towards the nose. So you kind of low angle towards the nose. And I think I did it once and then twice, and it didn't work. So that blew. That was not cool that I had to shoot the rabbit twice. And then I think I ended up doing cervical dislocation anyway on that one. I highly preferred cervical dislocation. It seems like I always thought that I wouldn't, but in terms of this, it was a lot better. Just better all around. I knew that I did it because there's no way that you could deny it. It was a little bit faster. Of course, if you had a 22, that would be easy, but you know, you're not going to do that in the suburbs or anything. Whether you want to do this in the suburbs or not. But with this little BB gun, yeah, that was not for me. So cervical dislocation. I also preferred it because when you do it, you separate the head from the rest of the body, so that neck, so the spine is separate. So all of this right here is just meat and skin. There's no bone there, so being able to remove the head is a lot easier. That sounds so gross that I just said, like, remove the head. I don't know if this is going to end up on YouTube. I have no idea. I probably will get demonetized if I put this on YouTube. So I don't know where I'm going to put it. Then at once, that's the hardest part, is the killing. That's definitely, it's not that great, but it's also not that bad. I mean, I think the thing that messed me up the most, which is not a lot, is just the adrenaline. The adrenaline was something that I just wasn't expecting. You kind of get a little shaky from it, so I was not expecting that. Once you just do it, so you just strap them up. She actually uses like these little doggy choke collars, so it's just really easy. You string them up, the legs hang on the chain. Super easy. I've also seen it with string. They say that they do it with string, and that's just as easy as well. For us, whenever we do this, we need a super duper sharp knife. That was something that, and some really good scissors as well. That was something that Jeannie was saying, is that her stuff just isn't that sharp, so that makes it a lot harder. It wasn't that bad, but yes, I could tell that if you had a better, knife, that it would go so much faster. The first time took a long time because I was really scared about it, and then every one that I did after that was a lot easier. I think I wanted to do 2 or 3, and I did that. And then for the rest of them, I did the killing and she did the processing. So that was good, the cleaning. And so I got a really good experience, and then I also got stuff for y'all to be able to see. Joel Salatin says that he recommends for you not to kill every single day, and I completely understand where that would come from. If I had to do this every day like a butcher, man, that's messed up. This is too much like heart thumping stuff. And these are just rabbits, guys. It's not like even hunting or anything. So I can even imagine the first time that I go to hunt a deer or go pig hunting when we're out on our land, that this is gonna be even more intense. Did I hate it? Am I sad about it? I guess, but not to the point that I am not grateful for being able to do this. So we said that the rabbits that we have, the main 4, that we are not going to eat them, that they are going to be pet rabbits. And we will, most likely, once we are on our property, that we're going to eat their kids. Or we're going to get more dedicated meat rabbits like New Zealand whites. I agree. I had no emotional tie to these rabbits at Jeannie's place. No tie to them at all. Really, it was just the adrenaline that got me messed up, not anything else besides that. So do I ever see ourselves processing the 4 that have names, the 4 that we brought home as bunnies, the 4 that our kids helped name and were so excited to raise? No. And especially, probably not Sophie. Rex, never. We're never gonna process. We will bury Rex. That rabbit is just the sweetest rabbit, and he's gonna give us he's a stud, and he's gonna give us a lot of good bunnies down the line, and he is a pet. We didn't really have pets growing up that much. We never had dogs, and so cats are just a different thing. And that just kind of makes me think of that, of taking an animal, taking 5 or 6 animals' life. I don't know how many we did. I gotta count them. That there's just a different type of connection with an animal that you call a pet. I didn't have any of those with the rabbits that I processed today, but I do have those for the 4 that we have. So whenever y'all said, you really should not name your rabbits, how are you going to do this? Are you going to be able to kill these rabbits because you name them and they're pet? I'm like, no, we're not doing it. And who knows, it might be different for these little bunnies. We're not going to kill these ones. We're going to try to sell them off. That's the plan. So what about the meat? The meat is super duper lean. It is, you can tell that it's really, really lean. There's something about rigor mortis that we have to figure that out to set in and then to release. I don't really understand what that is. If you know that, put that down in the comments. Processing was really, really easy. Once I did a couple of them, you can do these really fast. With good tools, you can do this super quick. Probably you can get them within 5 minutes, that fast, with like good sharp tools. The meat looked good, looks lean, looks healthy. All of the livers look healthy, all the lungs look healthy, everything looked super healthy. The pelts or the hide are great, just pretty and soft. I think she's gonna try to send them out to a lady in North Carolina that actually does this. That's really cool. So she's gonna send them in dry ice. That's to be able to keep them nice and clean. And then I think that she's gonna tan them and maybe make some cool things out of them. I don't understand how to do that, but I think we were going to once we start this process, especially if we do Rex, the Rex breed, because the fur is just so awesome. It was a good day. I wanted to learn a skill. I did it. A guy who's never hunted before in his life was a farmer today. These are not my animals, but I started that process of learning something new. So thank y'all for doing this with us and learning with us in this adventure that Kelly and our kids are going on. I'm just grateful that we get to do this together. We are better together. We're better with you guys. So put down in the comments any thoughts that you have. That's all for today. You guys are awesome. I'm about to show you the killing of the rabbits. I'm not gonna actually show you that. I'm gonna put that, I don't know what YouTube's gonna do with it. I'm gonna put that in our all access pass. It's free, but I think if I try to monetize that, YouTube might call me, not family friendly, and they will demonetize it and start looking at all of our other stuff. So I'm kind of worried about that. Still trying to figure that out with our all access pass and then Patreon, that I can give y'all a lot more things, but go check that out. Guys, thank y'all for being on this adventure with us. Click all these over here for our other videos. Subscribe down here, and then if you want to check us out on Patreon, we have a lot of exclusive content over there. And we love you guys. Y'all are awesome. Bye bye.